Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well. It's Saturday, June 5th. I hope your weekend is off to a great start. Important video update today on the latest EIDL data. There's EIDL loan, targeted advance, and supplemental advance new data that was just released yesterday. We've reviewed all the reports. We've looked at the growth rate state by state and have predictions on how many approvals will happen this coming week. And of course, the big news I mentioned yesterday was that the targeted grants are now open for new invitees. But if you're following one of these programs, watch this quick video. If you want to show support, hit subscribe and like this video so other people see it. Let me dive right in. Here is the new report that was published. I'm going to scroll down to the targeted advance number. I'll cut to the chase. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the state with the highest growth rate of targeted EIDL advance approvals. Take a guess in the comments if you want, or give a shout out for your state. 141,840 targeted advances have been funded for a total of $1.1 billion. That's just over 5% of the available $20 billion for this program. So still a long way to go. There's some growth. It wasn't as high as last week, but I'll show you the state-by-state growth charts so you can see exactly what the growth rate has been in your state and how many we predict will be approved in this coming week. But first, on the supplemental, good progress there. 82,742 supplemental approvals. That is now more than half of the targeted amount. Now, I am hopeful with the new change the SBA has done this past week. Again, I'll link to that video above, but if you didn't watch yesterday's video, the SBA is now inviting new EIDL loan applicants to apply for targeted advances. That's a big shift. That basically means if you missed out last year on any of the EIDL advances and you just found out about this program this year, you will now have a shot at the $10,000 and the additional $5,000 supplemental money. Before I jump to the growth rates, Chartered Venue Operators Grant released their first report. It's not very good. They released this a couple days ago. Of the 13,733 applications submitted, only 50 grants have been awarded. So very slow start. I am not sure what's happening there, but 50 out of around 14,000. And these started to be submitted, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago by now. So the pace is not very good. I'm not sure if they have one loan officer on this. It seems like one loan officer would be capable of doing 50 approvals over the last 2-3 weeks. But according to this, there's 3,471 in review, so maybe they are requiring some more back and forth. And the portal they built, maybe it didn't do enough in terms of helping the loan officers actually quickly assess the Chartered Venue Operator Grant. It's unfortunate because I think the reason they spent a lot of time getting up the Chartered Venue program was so that they could try to streamline the review process, but these numbers say it all. 50 awards out of 14,000 applicants. 27 approvals for live venue operators, 9 for live performing arts organizations, 1 for talent representatives. Congrats if you're that one talent representative that's been approved for this. 12 motion picture theater operators, and 1 theatrical producer. Now, they go into state level data as well, so congrats to the 1 person in Arizona, congrats to the 5 people in California. Again, you can take a look at this. I'm glad they released it, but it does not look good for the program. The fact that these numbers are so low, and again, only 50 approvals. It seems like they only have 1 loan officer on this. Let me switch gears to the targeted EIDL grants. So we've posted state-by-state charts of approvals over the past 5 weeks. For example, here, let me take a look in Arkansas. Beginning of May, 556 approvals. Now, June 3rd, 879. You can find your state here. Let me show you one more example. California, 13,181. Beginning of May, now 21,730 on June 3rd. So you can take a look not only at the raw progress, but we also give approval rates. For example, so right at the top of this page, and again, this is on the Skip blog and app. The app is free in the App Store and Google Play. Just search Hello Skip. Download the free app. This is the first post at the top. Here is the overall progress. Beginning of May, 89,755 approvals. Now, a month later, 141,000 approvals. So in the span of 1 month, we've seen 50,000 targeted EIDL grant approvals. Again, that's not very good. The average approval growth rate is 12% per week. So when we look ahead for this coming week, we estimate, based on that, there will be 16,462 new targeted EIDL approvals this coming week. I hope you're one of them, and I say this every week, but I am hopeful that the rate will increase. Most of these rates have stayed pretty consistent. Florida, 11% growth rate. Hawaii, 13% growth rate. Idaho, 13% growth rate. Now, the state with the highest growth rate for targeted EIDL grant approvals happens to be Utah. Utah has an average of 70% weekly growth. It's on a small number, so keep that in mind, but there were 230 approvals at the beginning of May. Now there are 421. We estimate there will be 70 more approvals in Utah this coming week. Now the states, of course, with the most amount of approvals fall in line with general population. In New York, there may be 1,600 new approvals this week, 10% growth rate. Florida, 11% growth rate, and we expect around 1,400 new approvals this coming week. And the biggest one, California, 13% average growth rate. We expect nearly 3,000 new approvals for California business owners, sole proprietors, independent contractors this coming week. It's all on the app. We're covering this every single week because we know millions of you are still waiting for these. 6 million people last year got part of the EIDL advance between 1,000 and 10,000. To date, we only see 141,000 targeted advance approvals. Again, I expect millions more. And on the loan increases, we ran this poll 2 days ago. 91% of you are still waiting for your EIDL loan increase based on 4.1 thousand votes. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching this quick video on your weekend. Feel free to like this video, subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. We're proud to be doing the most data analysis of anyone when it comes to EIDL loans, advances, etc. In fact, we found a mistake on the report the SBA put up this week. It's just a formatting thing, so the numbers seem accurate, but it is confusing if you do look at the report. Iowa and New Jersey are on the second page, so it's kind of confusing. Anyway, it's just a formatting issue, so I hope the SBA finds this mistake and does an updated PDF because it might confuse some of you. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.